Hey, how y'all doing today? This Dyscyple. I just spoke with somebody a little bit earlier, and we were speaking on fasting, and God gave me this revelation. So I just wanted to just give it out to y'all. Whoever has ears, let them hear. Because a lot of people focus so much on the physical essence of things, and God is trying to show us something deeper. Jesus spoke on parables, and the parables that he spoke was that he used certain things, but they were describing something that was deeper. Something like the parable with the talents. He used money, but it wasn't speaking on get rich. He was speaking on gifts of the Spirit. That's what a parable, if you look up the definition of a parable, that's what it means. It's an illustration of something trying to describe something deeper so you can have understanding. So that's what God does throughout the scriptures. He illustrates things in the physical essence and things using symbols or symbolic, but it means something deeper, and we need to understand that. Now with fasting, in Matthew chapter 17 verse 19 it says, "Then came the disciples to Jesus apart and said, Why could not we cast him out? Why couldn't we cast him out?" They were speaking on this demon. When they couldn't cast him out, Jesus said, "Because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit, this kind goes not out but by prayer and fasting." And a lot of people start to look at this and say, "Man, we got to stop. We got to stop eating. Now look, I fast myself, so I'm not going to say that, hey, that fasting, and when I say that, I'm talking about at times I don't eat, so I'm not going to say that type of fasting was not necessary, but I'm going to tell you that isn't what he's talking about. It's something deeper, because with unbelief, that's just symbolic to something deeper that we need to understand what we need to do. But he said, because of your unbelief, and it's our unbelief that makes it so we sin. Because of unbelief we sin. Because of unbelief we walk around and do the things that God does not want us to do. And because of unbelief we do not do his will, we do our own will. So when he says howbeit, or we could change that word to nevertheless, this kind goes not out but by prayer and fasting. Now I'm going to jump up to Isaiah chapter 58. And some of y'all probably know this book. I'm going to read from verses 3 to 11. And hopefully, just through the scriptures that I read, you can get a better understanding. Hopefully, from what I'm saying, you could get a better understanding. I'm just hoping that the Lord will use me. Lord, use me as a vessel. And I pray that y'all ears are open. Isaiah 58, starting at verse 3, says, and I'm reading the Good News Bible. It says, "The people ask, why should we fast if the Lord never notices? Why should we go for food if he pays no attention? The Lord says to them, the truth is that at the same time you fast, you pursue your own interests and oppress your workers. Your fasting makes you violent and you quarrel and fight. Do you think this kind of fasting will make me listen to your prayers?" So when he said, it said, this kind goes not out but by prayer and fasting. They need the right type of fasting for the right type of prayer, or for their prayers to be answered. So we're going to remember that by prayer and fasting. But he says, do you think I will be pleased with that? Now he says, Isaiah 58:5, it says, "When you fast, you make yourselves suffer. You bow your heads low like a blade of grass and spread out sackcloth as ashes to lie on." Is that what you call fasting? Do you think I will be pleased with that? The kind of fasting I want is this. So God is describing the true fast. This is fasting, the true fast. "Remove the chains of the oppression and the yoke of the injustice, and let the oppressed go free. Share your food with the hungry, and open your homes to the homeless poor. Give clothes to those who have nothing to wear, and do not refuse to help your own relatives. Now, we're going to go back to the own relatives, because that's spiritual too, because Jesus says, my mother, my brother, my sister are those who do the will of my Father. Those are your relatives. So, then it says, then my favor will shine on you like the morning sun, and your wounds will be quickly healed. I will always be with you to save you. My presence will protect you on every side. When you pray, I will answer you. When you call to me, I will respond. If you put an end to oppression, to every gesture of contempt, and to every evil word. Every evil word. If you give food to the hungry and satisfy those who are in need, then the darkness around you will turn to the brightness of noon. And I will always guide you and satisfy you with good things. I will keep you strong and well. You will be like a garden that has plenty of water, like a spring of water that never goes dry. So he says, and I'm going to go back, he says, when you pray, I will answer you. When you call to me, I will respond. If you put an end to oppression, to every gesture of contempt, and to every evil word. Now that's true fasting. True fasting, the symbolic sense of fasting is this. With fasting, we put to death our flesh through this is the physical sense. When we don't eat, we put our flesh under subjection. But he's saying it's something that's deeper than that. The spiritual sense of fasting is putting our flesh, the flesh that wars against the spirit, under subjection daily. So that's a true fast. Fasting should be a lifestyle. It should be a lifestyle. And then when we fast, and God gave us, read Isaiah chapter 58, God gave us the directions of what he calls true fasting. But he says, when this happens, then I will answer your prayers. Then your wounds will be quickly healed. This is why you couldn't cast out the demon. This is why your prayers were not answered. This is the unbelief that you had. You didn't have the true fasting. You didn't have the real fasting. You didn't have the lifestyle fasting. And the lifestyle fasting is lifestyle worship. The lifestyle worship is in spirit and truth, and it's love. Just wanted to let y'all know that. Hopefully those who have ears hear, those who have eyes see. Hopefully you can understand what was said. If you don't, the references, ask God for understanding. The references is Isaiah chapter 58. I read verse 3 to verse 11. And Matthew chapter 17, I read verses 19 to 21. And give me a call. That's my phone over there. Give me a call, or send me an email or something if you have send me a comment, whatever it is, if you don't understand what is being said. But thank you. This is Dyscyple with the Real Disciples coming at you. YouTube, MySpace. Thank y'all for the comments. Thank y'all for the prayers. And we're about to go back out there on the streets later on today. And I'll keep y'all updated with the videos. God bless you. And that's for real. Godspeed to those who are following him.